Racism, a major problem that is manifested in the minds of men and women, harboring our thoughts and emotion. Who knew such a problem can cause so much entropy and chaos?
A relatively modern concept that rose from the European ages of imperialism, subsequent growth of capitalism, the old ages of Atlantic slave trade, and world wars. Racism is something one can't simply avoid and eliminate it. But the question is, how can one or more do something to lessen the cause and effect?
To answer that question, we must first introduce ourselves. I'm John Kenneth Gamarcha.
And I am Jet Isaac Tamayo. Together we will introduce to you the cruel and twisted subject.
According to a journalist who goes by the name of Nick Elmford from Morgan State College, he defined that racism is the belief that race is the measure of the man. That some races are innately inferior, that no amount of talent, learning, or experience can erase a taint of inferiority from an individual belonging to such a race, and that organized society is obligated, overtly or covertly, to maintain feeling barriers of separation between the so-called inferior and superior races.
And due to this, people who experience racial discrimination and injustice can take a heavy emotional toll and trigger chronic stress, anxiety, depression, and racial trauma. But there are ways to strengthen their resilience and protect their mental health.
What are these ways, you may ask? Let's first focus on the real cause and effects of racism.
Thank you for the introduction, Jet. But we'll take it from here. In this part of the advocacy, we'll discuss unto you the causes and effect of racism. Before discussing the matter of statistics, we need to figure out the answer to the question, why are people racist? Well, according to human rights, a lot of our attitudes are shaped when we're young. When our family members or friends express racist opinions, it's common that we will take those views ourselves. We also often put labels on people. We can also stereotype people from different racial backgrounds as pangit, mahina, or sometimes positive ones like maganda, pogi, and matalino.
According to the same website, they said that it's normal to want to spend time with the people that have same interests, background, culture, and language. It creates sense of belonging that is really important.
With that said, the effects of racism is as bloody as you can imagine. It causes revolution of enslaved black people in America during the 16th century. Like the Bacon's Rebellion during 1676, the Igbo Landing mass suicide during 1803, and last but not the least, the Amistad Mutiny during 1839. According to Health Equity Andes, Robert Nix took an example that in San Francisco, California, America, the all-cause of mortality rate for black people was 92% higher than white people.
According to the Council of Europe in the history, an event called the Holocaust, it is the name given to the systematic murder of 6 million Jews by the Nazi regime and their allies during the Second World War, as well as the Jews, other groups that were persecuted for their perceived racial and biological inferiority. These include Roma, disabled people, Soviet prisoners of war, and homosexual. Others, such as Jehovah's Witness, Socialists, and Communists, were targeted for their religious and political beliefs. In short, it's a named genocide of millions of so-called inferior people done by so-called superior people.
And I am Laris William. We will be the one to make up the conclusion for our advocacy that's coming to an end. But before that, how will you as a student, as a civilian, as a Filipino, how will you and your friends, family, and classmates will be able to protect yourself and prevent racism?
Here are our recommendations for you, for us, for all.
1. Join campaigns supporting human rights and preventing racism. Campaigns such as the University of Rochester called We're Better Than That, or the United Nations campaign to fight racism. 2. Know who your friends are. There's a famous Russian proverb, tell me who your friends are, and I'll tell you who you are. This indicated that when you have friends or family that are racist, You'll easily be influenced by their actions. So please, contemplate upon your situation if you are that type of person. However, if you're not racist, influence other people that are racist by doing good deeds. Being the hero is more rewarding than being the villain. 3. Treat people like they are your brothers and sisters. Being racist gets you nothing, just bad pride and bad blood. If you are a person who thinks that other races are inferior, you're wrong. We are all the same species. It's just the environment we grow in that changes our physical and mental properties. Treating people like they are your brothers and sisters will get you the same treatment, a cherished and beloved person.
And that sums it all up. Thank you for listening.
We are proud to present to you our advocacy.
Regardless of our thanks, it only matters if our words matter to you or not. Our words are only valuable if you put value over it. It's the action that matters. Our words are just enlightenment to the dark and obscure place that is racism. But it will only get darker once you do nothing. So please, take our words of advice and apply them to your life. You'll be doing the world a favor sincerely.
The Group 5, we proudly end our advocacy. Thank you and Godspeed.